What's up guys? कैसे हैं आप लोग? Oh my god, almost slipped. How are you all doing? What's up gang? Hi Atharva, hi Varsha. Hello everybody, good evening, good evening. How's it going everybody? All good? Perfect. So I have something on public demand because a lot of you had asked, sir, how about we do some more practice on distribution? So we're jumping back to logical reasoning, where today we're going to deal with distribution. Distribution is very interesting, at the same time very, very important. Yes. Why is it important? Because a lot of topics, a lot of questions, a lot of sets that get asked in CAT are either directly or indirectly relevant to distribution. Ultimately, at the end of it, whether you're doing games and tournaments, or you're doing maps and networks, or you're doing puzzles, you will have to end up using distribution, right? So let's get started then. Yeah. So what I have today for you are two very interesting sets, both of them using this one concept of one concept of distribution. What's the daily to do for CAT? Konkana, you need to decide that. You need to identify what works for you, which areas, which section are you not very comfortable with, increase those sessions, reduce the ones that you're already comfortable with, but don't make it zero, right? Keep practicing them also. So you need to identify what works for you, what doesn't work for you, and then make a planner properly. Yeah. Hi Sangram, hello Bed, hi Rahul. Let's get this thing started, shall we? Yes. So this is CAT fundamentals, and today we are going to look at distribution. So under distribution, what we have today are two sets. One is a little simple compared to the other one, but then both use similar concept of distribution only. And the name of the concept is what? We call it tick and cross method, or you can call it cross hatching as well. Yes. This or this, whatever you want to call it, tick and cross or cross hatching, either which ways, both are really useful. Both are the same thing, but it's very useful when it comes to distribution based topics. Okay, let's have a look at the simple set, a set that is pretty simple to solve to get the momentum rolling. Yes, let's go. Hello. Hi Jaydeep. Hi, only cat. Cheers, man. Let's go. Let's have a look at this. Very small, very tiny looking set. Looks like something that you could, do it in the middle of the sleep. Not really. Let's have a look at it. In the electronic market, there are 6 stores, and the name of the stores are given: 𝐁𝐀𝐄, and L. Each of these 6 stores has exactly 2 of the following equipment: projector, fan, solar panel, cooler, such that no 2 stores have the same pair of equipment. Following is the additional information about them. Yes. So what do we have? We have exactly 6 stores. However, this time we do not have 6 equipments, but we have how many? 1, 2, 3, and 4 equipments only. Yes. Now, before we get into the concepts, before we get into the clues, let's have a quick look at the questions. Which of the equipment does H have? H as which equipment it's asking? There are 4 options. Which of the stores has fan and cooler? 4 options. What are the equipment that I has? 4 options. Okay. Yes. So it looks like we would have a complete bay, but be very, very careful. Even if the questions don't have any hypothetical questions, however, look at the options: cannot be determined, cannot be determined, cannot be determined. So there are 3 red flags. Be very, very careful about them. Okay. Yeah. Is this lecture enough for CAT? Give one lecture enough for entire CAT. How do you reckon that's possible? Yes, Sangram. Yes. All right. How would we start this off? How are we going to start this off? What do we need? We need 6 stores and we need 4 equipments. There itself we know something as fishy, right? Now looking at the condition very carefully, what are they saying? Each of these 6 stores has exactly 2 of the following equipments. So each store technically has 2 equipments. Each store technically has how many? 2 equipments. So we're looking at a pair of equipments, right? A pair of equipments. So 6 stores should technically have 6 pairs. Am I right? 6 stores should have 6 pairs. Moreover, there's an additional content given here, additional condition given here, such that no 2 stores have the same pair of equipment. What does this mean? What does this mean? No 2 stores have the same pair. What does that mean? For example, if someone has, so let's say here they're saying L has a fan and a solar panel, right? They're saying L has a fan and has a solar panel. Another store, maybe let's say G for example, can have fan, but will it also have solar? No, it can't have solar then. It can have fan with either say a cooler, or it can have fan with a projector, but it cannot have fan and solar. I hope you are understanding this. Fan and fan can repeat, but fan and solar, this pair cannot repeat. If I say H, for example, if H as solar, can H have a fan? No. H cannot have a fan. Why cannot H have a fan? Because the pair of fan and solar has already been made and it is given to someone else. That means solar and fan again cannot come. So here I can maybe have solar and cooler or solar and projector, but I cannot have solar and fan. Clear? Cool? No, only cat. You are reading incorrectly. 2 shops can have the same equipment, but not the same pair of equipment. I hope that's clear, okay? So to understand this, first things first, what would I require? I would require to know how many pairs of equipments I can make. How many pairs of equipments I can make? How many pairs of it can I make? Yeah. So there are 4 equipments. I need to make pairs of 2 to 2 groups I have to make. How can I do that? So if I have, for example, I have a projector, I can club a projector with what? I can club a projector with not a projector again. Obviously, I can't do that. But I can do projector and fan, 1 pair. I can do projector and solar panel, 1 pair. I can do projector and cooler, 1 pair. Yes. So for each of the products, I can pair it with 3 more. Yes. So there are, so if for 1 equipment, I can make 3 pairs. How many equipments do we have? We have 4 equipments. That means I can make how many pairs? Nice one, Sangram. But tell me, 1 equipment, 3 pairs, 4 equipment, I would get 3 into 4 pairs. Is this correct? 3 into 4, 12 pairs? No. Why? Because in those 12 pairs, there will be one situation where when I have fan here, I can obviously not club fan and fan, but I can always club fan with a cooler, fan with the solar, and fan with projector. Now, what do I notice here? I notice that projector and fan, this pair is already made. So I can't make fan and projector again. This will be duplicates. So how do I get rid of these duplicates? By halving it. Yes. Out of the 12 pairs that I have, half of them are repeated. So if I half it, I end up getting how many pairs? 6 pairs. Clear? In other words, for people who understand what combination means, permutation and combination, what combination means, that's what we have done here. From 4 available equipments, I need to make groups of 2. That's 4C2, which is how much? 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial into 2 factorial. Do you remember this? So this would give me how much? 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 divided by 2 into 1 into 2 into 1. So the ones are any which ways useless. I can remove this 2 into 1 and 2 into 1. I know this 1 has no value. So 4 into 3 by 2, which is 6. Clear, everybody? Cool, yeah? So I've explained to you how to make pairs using logic, and I've also explained it to you how to make pairs with the help of combinations. Use whichever you're comfortable with. Good to go? Yes, perfect, beautiful. Now, look at the advantage that we have now. We have 6 pairs and we exactly have 6 stores. Isn't this beautiful? Now there is no disparity. Here there was a disparity. How can 6 stores have 4 equipments? Becomes awkward. But now 6 stores having 6 pairs fits in perfectly. So this is what we need to identify. But do we have enough conditions to make that work? Not really. We simply have 4 conditions, out of which this is an IDC, a negative condition, not going to help me very, in a very generous way, it's not going to help me. This is also an IDC, and the other two are just about one store each. G has a cooler, H has a fan and solar panel. That's it. We don't have anything more. Do you agree? So now what do we have to do? We need to use a method that will help us with these negative conditions. And the best way to deal with distribution questions that have negative conditions is what? Using our tick and cross method. Yes. So shall we get this thing started? How will our table look like now? This is how I'm going to make my table look like. Yeah. I have the names of the stores, 𝐁𝐀𝐄𝐿. I have projector, fan, solar and cooler. Now obviously I can't put 6 columns, pair of each, because some conditions are just direct. L has a fan and a solar panel, not very helpful for us. Oh, sorry, this one. G has a cooler. G can have cooler with a solar panel, cooler with a fan, cooler with a projector. Becomes very irritating for us, right? So that's why I'm using this table. And now what do I know? I know that each store will have how many? Each store will have always, whenever you deal with these kind of questions, always fill up the total column and the total row. Becomes very easy for us to target. So what will happen here? G has 2 equipment, H, I, J, K and L. Each of these have two equipments. That means a total of how much? 2 into 6, 12 equipments. Additionally, I know that when I make these pairs, when I make these pairs, I know that projector will be paired with fan, solar and cooler. Fan will be paired with projector, solar and cooler. So each of these equipments also will be repeated thrice. Yes. So projector will come thrice, fan will come thrice, solar will come thrice, cooler will come thrice. Add these up. Do they add up to 12? Damn, yes, it does. 3, 6, 9, 12, perfectly fitting. Cool. This is the pre-work that you have to do. Understanding this part, how many pairs, and understanding this total, this pre-work is very important. Now we jump into the conditions and we solve them. Are you ready? So we have a negative condition that says H does not have a fan. Okay. H does not have a fan. Cool. Neither H nor K has a projector. So H does not have a projector. K also does not have a projector. Okay, cool. I have 2 positive ones also. L has a fan and a solar panel. L has a fan and a solar panel. And we have G has a cooler. So G has a cooler. Perfect. Good to go. So this is all that we have in terms of the conditions. These are the 4 conditions, and using the instructions, we filled this up. Everything else is left to us. Now tell me, what can we do? What can we start with? We know that L can have only 2 equipments. It already has a fan and solar. So fan solar combination is done. That means, can it also have a projector? No. Can it also have a cooler? No. Works? Perfect. So with this, L is sorted. We don't have to worry about L anymore. Perfect. Now look at this. Anything else that we have right now? At this stage, we have nothing here. We have nothing at this stage. So now we have to look at the rows. If we look at the rows, L is done. K can be either this and this or this and this, correct? Look at K. Can you look at K for me? K, since it does not have a projector, it can only have fan and solar, or it can it have fan and solar? No. So it can have fan and cooler, or it can have solar and cooler, correct? Because, or it can have fan and cooler also. So fan, cooler or solar cooler. From here, what do I understand? What should be definite here? In case, tell me what is definite. In case, what is definite? Will K definitely have a cooler? It must have a cooler, correct? We can't do without a cooler. Projector is already gone. We have only 3. That means I can make only 3 pairs. 1, 2, 1, 2 and 1, 2. Only these 3 pairs I can make, out of which 1 pair is already gone. So the other 2 pairs will have a cooler for sure. So that means I can place tick here for cooler. Good to go? Yes, okay. What about now anything else? What about H? So K is kind of done. What about H? It needs to. It will have a solar and a cooler as well. So this is also good to go. Anything else with respect to the rows I can deal with? How about this? If he has a cooler, if someone has a cooler, can they have a solar also? No, they can't. Cooler with solar is possible? No, because cooler with solar is already done. Cooler with solar is already done. Cooler with solar is already done. Can't happen. So now we know in case of K, what will happen? It will have to have a fan only. Yes? Perfect. Are you guys able to follow this? I'm not able to see your chat. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Good, good, good. Keep doing. Keep doing. Now what else? Anything else I can deal with in terms of the rows? Yes, I can. What else do I know? Cooler fan combination is done. Cooler fan cannot happen. That means G has to have what? G has to have what combination? Cooler and projector only. Cooler solar can't be. Cooler fan can't be. That means it will be cooler and projector. Done. What else do I know? In terms of column, in terms of rows, done. Can I look at the columns now? Yes. What do I know? Projector, there should be 3 stores having projector. 1 is already there. Everything else cannot have. That means I and J will have a projector. This 3 is done. Yes. How about here? I need exactly 3 stores having a cooler. I have 3 stores having cooler. So this is gone. This 3 is also done. Now what about these guys? Can you tell me about these guys? What will be the pair? I can have projector and fan. Is it done already? Projector, fan? No. So this can be a tick. If this is a tick, this will be a cross. If this is a tick, because I have 3 ticks, this will be a cross. But is it necessary that projector fan pair should go only with I? Not necessary. Projector and fan combination can go with J also. So when this is a tick, this is a cross. When this is a cross, this is a tick. Ultimately, this would be a cross and this would be a tick. Got it? Yes. Exactly. So then we have 2 cases. We have 2 cases with what? Just this. Were we prepared for it? Technically, no. We were not prepared for it because based on the questions, we thought that we would get a perfect bay. However, because we are smart enough, we also looked at the red flags. That means our spidey senses were indicating that there could be something fishy. So we are not getting a perfect bay. In fact, we are getting 2 cases here. Good to go? Shall we finish off with the questions? Yes. Isn't this a very easy way of dealing with the pairs? Isn't this very easy for us to pick up the total and then based on that eliminate the ones? Imagine doing the same question like this. We do G, H, I, J, and then we have equipment 1, then we have equipment 2. How annoying this becomes. Because then you don't know what can be paired with what has come how many times. Becomes very easy this way. Clear? So do not use this method. when there are a lot of negative conditions. Good. Let's go. Let's jump to the questions. Let's finish that off. Question 1. Which of the equipment does H have? H has what? A solar and a cooler. Fan and solar, no. Fan and cooler, no. Solar and cooler, yes. Good to go. Sangram, yes. So that's why I normally recommend people to go with tick and cross whenever there are negative statements. You see negative statements, in your mind, in your subconscious, there should be someone yelling. Imagine me coming and yelling, hey, tick and cross, man, tick and cross. Just imagine that, me doing that, okay? Let's go. Next question. Which of the stores has a fan and cooler? So it should have a fan, it should have a cooler also. Which one has a fan and a cooler? Fan and cooler. Which one? K has it. Option C, K is our answer. Fan and cooler. Cool? Perfect, perfect. Sangram, that's what? The conditions, it clearly depends upon the conditions, man. When we see negative conditions, when we see a lot of negative conditions, we should be prepared to make the tick and cross table. Finish. Yes. Even if you were to draw the standard table, you know that keeping track of pairs become very difficult. Alternatively, what you do is you sit and write down all the pairs. It could be projector fan, it could be projector solar, it could be projector cooler. It can be fan solar, it can be fan cooler. It can be solar cooler. So you write down all of these pairs and then you strike out as and when things are done. But then that becomes very tricky. So this not very useful. Okay. And the more you practice, no, Sangram, you'll get used to it. Okay, let's go. Final question. What are the equipment that I has? I has what? I definitely has a projector. But projector is there in all the three options. Okay. But I don't know whether I has a fan or a solar. It clearly does not have a cooler. So I know option A is definitely out. Projector and cooler can't happen. But then projector and fan possible in one case. Projector and solar possible in another case. That means my actual answer is cannot be determined. Cool. No issue, Santosh. Join in. No worries. Good to go. So are you now comfortable with tick and cross? Can we now bring up the cat level set? Now for the cat level set, obviously I will give you some time to do it because I want to see you try, struggle, maybe be able to answer it or maybe fail, doesn't really matter to me, right? Because I want you to give it a shot. Okay, are you ready? Yeah, let's go. Let's have a look at the set. There are a bunch of conditions, so be very careful. I'll add the timer for you guys. Okay, a 10-minute timer for you to try with this particular set. Okay, I know 10 minutes seems a lot, but yeah, you might need it. Okay, let's go, guys. Let's go. Seth, definitely you can. You want to see the questions, yeah? All the smarty pants in the house, Rahul and Sangram. Okay, here are the questions. Let me know when you want to go back to the set, okay? Let's go back to the set. Okay, here's the set, the instructions. Good one, Sangram. Yes. I don't care for speed at this moment. I just want you to do it correctly. That's all I care about at this moment. Are you done trying it, Atharv? I like how Atharv used the plural form of the word analyze. Nice. Analysis. You used the plural form of analysis. Nice. Although I know that's not what you meant, but yeah. Any luck, guys? You want to see the questions again? Let's go. Uh, no, Himanshu. No, it doesn't matter when you get the degree, as long as you can get your college to give you a course completion certificate. Yeah. Just make your college give you a course completion certificate. That should be sufficient, man. And a lot of colleges use, the instructions given to them by their universities, and then they end up giving your, legal documents a little late. That's okay. That won't hinder your college admissions, though. Can you give all the questions together? I don't want individual questions. I don't want the answers for individual questions. Can you do question 1, 2, 3, 4 all together? You want to see the set, Varsha? Okay, guys, I'm going to quickly jump to the set. So if you can have a look at the questions real quick, I'll jump to the set for Varsha now. No, Santosh, single chat, please, man. I'll jump to the set now. Yeah. Let's see if you can get majority of the questions right. How far are we, guys? Jump back to the questions. You need 5 more minutes. All right. Okay. You need, I can add. Let me add 5 more minutes, but that's it. Huh? No more than that. 15 minutes for a set becomes a little overboard. Let's go. There's clearly something that's getting stuck. Yeah. Something is getting stuck. Correct? There is a discrepancy. First question is good to go. Second question. Nope. 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 Second question, there's something fishy. Third also seems a little shaky. Third also seems a little shaky. I know, right? AK. I'm assuming AK is Ankit, yeah? Two more minutes to go. You know, go back to the set. Shall we start off then? Yeah, what do you say? Shall we? Okay. Let's have a quick look then, shall we? Okay. Let's go. So what do we see here? 10 PhD students. So there are 10 students. Do research. Do research. 10 PhD students do research on the following subjects: history, science, mathematics, philosophy. So again, we have 4 subjects only. Okay. Further, it is known that the mathematics subject did not. So I have IDC here. This is a direct relevant clue. Yes, this is a direct relevant clue, which is good for me. This is IDC again. Only one researcher researched all the subjects. So earlier we had, in the previous set, we had said what? That. But this time we don't have anything like that. This time we have to deduce from it. So what they're saying is, so one subject, what can basically happen, because there are 4 subjects, somebody could select one subject, somebody could select 2 subjects, somebody could select 3 subjects, somebody could select all the 4 subjects. Okay. And the sum of this is how many? Total 10 students. Yeah. Total would be 10 students. Am I right? Now what they're saying here, only one researcher researched all the subjects. All the subjects, only one researcher. That means these 3 should add up to 9. Every subject is researched by 6 researchers. We'll look at that because that's the other front of it. Every researcher researched at least one subject. That means none of these value can be 0. Exactly 2 researchers researched one subject only. So one subject is 2 researchers. So from here, what do I know? 1 plus 2, 3 is gone. That means these 2 should add up to 7. Am I right? These 2 values should add up to what? 7. Additionally, what we've been told, look at this one. Every subject is researched by 6 researchers. Every subject is researched by 6 researchers. So if one subject is researched by 6 students, that means 4 subjects should technically have how many? 4 into 6, 24, correct? Yeah. So when I multiply this, it should give me 24. Looking at it like this becomes very tricky, correct? We are not able to understand what is going on. So what is this? What is this? Why? Let's have a proper table. And we know because of these IDCs, it's better we go for a tick and cross method, right? Another annoying thing here compared to the previous set is, at least there we knew it was pairs. So we could know that there were exactly 6 pairs. This time we don't know that. So look at what we can make out of it. We know there is a hypothetical question. That means we cannot get a perfect bay. True? Is this, everybody agree with this? Does everyone agree with this? Because this is a hypothetical question. They're saying if G and J research on only 2 subjects, that means we beforehand cannot know that G and J research only 2 subjects. That means there's something fishy there. Yeah. Let's see. So this is the kind of table I would go for. I have the name of the researchers, the students, A till J. I have history, science, math, and philosophy, and I have the total for the columns and the rows. Yes, good to go. Here, what do I know? That's it. No additional condition. All conditions are given here only. So I'll start off with this, okay? So what do I already know? 1 subject, 2 subjects, 3 subjects, and 4 subjects. They're saying only one guy, only one student does all the 4 subjects. And there are 2 students who do 1 subject, exactly 1 subject. See, only one researcher researched all the subjects. Exactly 2 researchers researched 1 subject only. This is also done. And they are saying what? Every researcher researched at least 1 subject. That means none of these values can be 0. This can't be 0 or this can't be 0 either. Okay. And I know that there is a total of 10 students. Total of 10 students. So think about this. Looking at this one. Every subject is researched by 6 researchers. That means history will be researched by who? 6 students. Science also 6 students. Math also 6 students, and philosophy also 6 students. That means what? 6, 6, 6, 6 gives me 24. Yeah. But do I have 24 students? No. That means 24 appearances, or in other words, the number of ticks that I make, should add up to 24. Agreed? So how many ticks can I make? How many ticks can I make? I'm counting the number of ticks, okay? 1 subject 2 times, so 2 ticks here. 2 subjects, how many times? I don't know. 3 subjects, how many times? I don't know. 4 subjects once, that's 4 ticks. So out of 24, I already have 2 plus 4, which is 6. Yes. So one information I know is that these 2 should add up to what? These 2 should add up to 7, correct? Because 2 plus 1, 3 plus 7, 10 makes sense. And the number of ticks should be 24. So I have 2 plus 4, 6 here. That means these 2 should add up to 18 ticks. Make sense? So now I have a choice. If I want, I can make this into a linear equation and deal with it. Do you want to do that? Linear equation and deal with it? Try out different values and then get it. So see how I do it. Okay, I'll not go for linear equation. Rather, I'll do this. So I need the sum of these 2 to be 7, and these 2 should add up to 18. Yes, these 2 should add up to 18. These 2 should be 7. So if I were to go for, say, x, I know I hate bringing x, anyone's x into the picture, but we don't have a choice. So we are going to bring in x. Let's say if I bring in the x, if I say I'll use a different color. Okay, so if I say this is x, what will this be? 7 minus x. Because x and 7 minus x should add up to 7, correct? X plus 7 minus x is 7, perfect. Now x for 2 subjects, that will be 2 times x, and 7 minus x for 3 subjects will be 3 into 7 minus x. This is one way of dealing with it. If we can find out x, can we find out x? Yes, we can. We have linear equations helping us to find out x. We can do that. Yes. Shall we do that? Let's find out x. How can we do that? So I know that 2x plus, what is 3 into 7 minus x? What's 3 into 7 minus x? 3 into 7 is 21. 3 into minus x is minus 3x. This should add up to what? 24. Cool. So what happens? Hey, something is off here. Yeah, it's not 24, it's 18, man. The total is 18, sorry. The total is supposed to be 18. Okay, now it makes sense. So what happens? I take this minus x here. So 2x minus 3x is minus x. I bring it here, x. This will be 21 minus 18, which is 6. Which is 3. So here I get that x should be equal to 3. Does it work, everybody? So now what do I know? There should be 3 students who take 2 subjects. 7 minus 3 is 4 students taking 3 subjects. 2 into x, that will be 6 times appearing, 6 ticks from 2 subjects, and 3 into 4, 12 ticks from here. Is there an other way of doing it? Sir, I don't really like you bringing math or algebra into it. It's very annoying, I know. So the other alternative will be to go trial and error. Let's say if we can go trial and error, okay? So 2 subjects, 3 subjects. I know that the total should add up to 7. So what are the possibilities? What can I do? I can't do 0 and 7. I can do 1 and 6. I can do 2 and 4. I can do 3 and 3. I can do 4 and 2. I can do 4 and 3. 3 and I need 7, yeah. So 2 and 5, 3 and 4, 4 and 3, 5 and 2, 6 and 1. What's my checkpoint? What's my checkpoint? That when I multiply this with 2 and when I multiply this with 3, I should get 18. Correct? Yes. So see, does it add up to 18? When I multiply this with 2 and multiply this with 3, this itself is 18. This is 18 plus 2, 20. Doesn't work. Can we look at 2 and 5? What happens? Double, triple. This adds up to what? This is 20. This is adding up to how much? 15 plus 4, 19. How much will this add up to? 6 plus 12, 18. How much is this adding up to? 4 and 3. This is 4 into 2, 8 plus 9, 17. Did I need 17? I needed 18. Here it is. Okay, this is another way of dealing with the same thing. So 2 subjects should be 3 and 3 subjects should be 4. With this, I can answer one of the questions. What's the question? Here it is. How many researchers researched exactly 3 subjects? How many did research exactly 3 subjects? 4 researchers. I don't know who just yet. I don't know who researched exactly 3 subjects, but at least know how many. So I can get 3 marks out of it without breaking a sweat. But yeah, I have to go ahead, right, to answer the rest of the question. So this is done. Good to go. Okay, perfect. So now I don't have a choice but to now start doing individually. Let's go each condition and then go with tick and cross as we move on. B, C, D, G, I, J research the mathematics subject. So mathematics, B did it, C did it, D did it, G, I and J did it. G, I and J did it. I needed 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Good to go. I'll eliminate the rest. This can't be, this can't be, this can't be, this can't be. Yes. Perfect. Good condition. Moving on. J, A and H did not research history. Oh, negative. J is here, did not research history. H did not research history. A did not research history. Okay. I'll finish off this one also. D, F, G did not research philosophy. So D, no philosophy. F, no philosophy. And G, no philosophy. This is also done. And for this condition, A, D, E, G, I, J research science. So science, A did it, D did it, E did it, G, I and J did it. Do I have 6 again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. So these are all X's because I need exactly 6. So this is done. This is done. Now tell me, we've also exhausted all the conditions. Yeah, we've also exhausted all the conditions. We have no conditions left now. That means all efforts that I am going to do, I'm going to put it on the table now. Yes. Let's see what we can get out of this. Okay. What do I see? A could either be doing 1 subject or 2 subjects. So A could be either 1 or 2. I don't know. B could be either 1 or 2 or 3. So it could be 1, 2 or 3. I don't know. What about C? Same. B and C are on the same boat. 1, 2 or 3. What about D? D could either be 2 or D could be 3. What about E? E could be 1, 2 or 3, anything. What about F? F, X, X, X. That means That means only one thing, that is F can only do history. So F is one of the ones. We were looking for two ones, right? Two people who do one subject, we found one, which is F. What about G? G could be either 2 or 3. What about H? X, X, X. So this should be a tick. That means we found two ones that we were looking for. This is done. Yes, 1 and 1, finish. Good, perfect. So where did we stop? We stopped with H. Let's look at I. I could be either 2, or it could be 3, or it could be 4. What about J? J could be either 2 or 3. Now I've also been told what? That there is exactly one student who does all the 4 subjects. One student who does all the 4 subjects. Who's capable of that? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. Who has a possibility of having 4? Only one of them has the possibility of having 4, which is this guy. No one else can have 4 ticks, correct? No one else can have 4 ticks. So who is this? This is I. So I will have a tick here also, and I will have a tick here also. This 4 is also done. Perfect, good to go. I still am struggling with these guys, yeah? I still am struggling with these guys. Now, look at this carefully. A could either be 1 or 2. Can A be 1 anymore? A can't be 1 anymore, right? Why? Because there were exactly 2 students who could do 1 subject. 2 students who could do 1 subject, exhausted. So no one else can do 1 anymore. Can't do 1, can't do 1, can't do 1, can't do 1. That means A has to do how many? 2. A has to do 2. No other choice for A. Understood? B could do 2 or 3, 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 2 or 3. That means we are stuck there. Yes. All of these guys could either do 2 or 3. I don't have anything else. If A has to do 2, one of them is science, it can't be history or math. That means A will do what for sure? Can you tell me, guys? A has to do 2. A can't do history. A can't do math. A is doing science. Then which is the other one? Only thing left for us is philosophy. So A is good to go. F is good to go. H is good to go. I is good to go. Everybody else is still in a sticky. What else do I know? This 6 and this 6 is over. With this 6, I need 6. I only have 2 ticks. That means I need 4 ticks. Correct? I need 4 ticks here. Here, I need 6. I have 1, 2, and 3. That means I need 3 ticks from this also. I hope you are able to understand this. Yes. Do I have anything else left now? Anything else left? No. B could do 2 subjects or 3 subjects. If he is doing 2, it could either be history or philosophy. If he is doing 3, it could be all the 3. C also could either do just history or just philosophy or all the 3. E also same, history, philosophy or all the 3. G also could either do history or not do history. If he doesn't do history, 2. If he does do history, 3. Same thing for J. J can do philosophy or cannot do philosophy. Depending on that, 2 or 3 would change. Yes. Is there anything else we can work through here? Anything else we can add on? Can we add on anything else here? So I have 4, 5, 6, 8 already. Out of 24, I have 8. That means I need how many? 16 more ticks. How will I get 16 more ticks? Here, only 2 are left now. Here, all 4 are left. So this would be how much? 2 into 2, 4 and 12 here. So 16 ticks I should get. I can't get it. I don't have any other clues. I can't do anything else with the table because anything that I try will be an assumption. Me assuming that this is possible. It's not. Finish. That's fine. Say cool if you understood till here, guys. In fact, this is the only bay that we can make. We can't go ahead with this. This is the bay that we can make. We can't go ahead with it. Do you all agree with it? Yes. So do you see how cat rolls? Do you see how cat works? What cat does is takes a simple concept like distribution, tick and cross method, takes a simple concept of, just adding total, sum, addition, simple concept, and see how well it has amalgamated it. Good fusion between both. Yes? That's it then. Let's go. This is all that we could get. 2, 1, 1 and 4. I don't know this. I don't know this. Another thing. For this 6, I needed how many more? I have 2. I needed 4 more. 4 more ticks I needed. But how many people are left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means if B doesn't do history, then C, D, E, F will do history. Sorry, C, D, E and G will do history. If C doesn't do history, then these guys will do history. I hope you're understanding. If D doesn't do history, then the remaining people will have to do history. If E doesn't do history, the remaining people will have to do history. I hope you're getting it. If G doesn't do history, then the remaining people will have to do history. But here the problem is, again same. I need 3 ticks from here. If this guy doesn't do it, then these guys will have to. No, there are 4. So 2 people I will need. I will need 2 people, can't do it. So I need 2 crosses and 3 ticks to be placed here. Yeah, 3 ticks, 1, 2, 3 and only 1 cross, yeah. So if this is cross, this would be tick, tick and tick. Same concept. If this is cross, tick, tick, tick. If this is cross, then these 3 have to be tick, tick, tick. If this is cross, these guys have to be tick, tick, tick. If this is cross, these guys have to be tick, tick and tick. So technically, how many cases would I get? Here I am getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cases. Here I am getting 1, 2, 3, 4 cases. So 5 into 4, I'd probably end up getting 20 cases I'll deal with, in which I again have to check how many get 2, how many get 3. That's also another irritating thing. Yeah. So are we going to proceed making multiple cases here? Oh, no. No. Neither do we have the time for it, nor do we have the energy for it. So, and we don't have that many questions also on it. So skip that part. Jump off to the questions. Let's see if you can answer this one. Let's go. Which of the following researchers researched all the subjects? Who researched all the subjects? I. Option C. This, a lot of you got it right. Yeah, I'll give this to you. A lot of you got this right. Very good. A lot of you got option C for the first question right, which is superb. Amazing. In the morning hour, Sangram, the reason why I'm doing so late in the evening is because I could help you. Morning would become very tricky, man. You guys would also have your colleges or your work to attend, and how do I do it in the morning then? Yeah. Okay, let's go. Next question. But yeah, don't worry, Sangra. We will be doing these sessions on a regular basis. I'm not going to leave you halfway. We've already done it in the paid class. We will be doing it on YouTube as well, whenever, however possible. Okay, let's go. How many researchers researched exactly 3 subjects? Do we have that number? Yeah, we have. What was it? 4. Yes. So 1 subject was exactly 2 people. 2 subjects were exactly 3 people. 3 subjects were exactly 4 people. And 4 subjects was exactly 1. Correct? This was the number, yeah? 2, 3, 4 and 1. 2, 3, 4 and 1. So they asking for this. The answer is option B, 4. Some of you got it right. Some of you got it wrong. Majority of you got it wrong. Please keep a note on it. Okay? Make a note on this. Shall we move on? Which of the following researchers have definitely researched the philosophy subject? Definitely researched the philosophy. It could either be H, it could be I or A. Do I have H here? No. Do I have I here? No, but who do I have? I have A. Option C, A is our answer. Good? Nice, nice, very good. And for the last question, which could get tricky if you don't understand tick and cross very properly, okay? So let's have a look at this. If G and J research only 2 subjects, how many people were supposed to do 2 subjects, guys? How many people were supposed to do 2 subjects? 3 people, correct? 3 people were supposed to do 2 subjects. Out of the 3 people, I already have 1. That means 2 more people should do 2 subjects. And here they are saying that the 2 other people are who? G and J. So if G does 2 and J also does 2, I know that everybody else is supposed to do how many? 3. Agreed? Yes, perfect. They are asking, then which of the following definitely researched in philosophy? Okay, let's see. So if this is 2, that means G cannot do history also. If this is 2, J is 2, J cannot do philosophy. Yes, and what did we know? What did we know? We knew that because we need 3 ticks here and remaining how many? 7 crosses. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, 4 crosses. So how many are left now? 1, 2, 3. That means this should be a tick, this should be a tick, this should be a tick for sure. And what else do I know? Since I need 3 here, so this will also be a tick, this will also be a tick, this will also be a tick, and here also this will also be a tick. Now the table is complete. So if this information had they given us earlier, we would have gotten a perfect bay. Understood? So they're asking who would have definitely researched in philosophy. I have A, B, C. So it could be A, B, C. It could be E. It could be H and I. These 6 people. I have B possible, C possible, E possible. So my answer is option D, all of the above. Good? Sangram, now it clearly depends upon what your strengths are. If you think you can't play on this, if it were me, I would have definitely picked this one. Because this one is clearly in my forte. It is clearly in my strengths. I can definitely pick up a set like this. Yes. Now for you, you have to decide. You have to understand what works for you, what doesn't. Okay. So when you are done with all the, when you're completed with the syllabus and when you are doing continuous practice, you will understand just by looking at the set whether you can touch it or not. Okay. You got 3 right, Santosh. Amazing. Can you tell me out of 4, how many you got it right in this one? In this set. Atharv, you are saying 8 on 8. Man, that's crazy. You're saying 8 on 8, but the problem is I didn't ask 8 questions in the first set, man. I asked only 3 in the first set. So the total itself is just 7. I'm kidding, yeah. On 4, how many? 3, 2, 2, 3. Nice. Nice. Not bad. Even if you got 1 right, it's still not bad. Even if you got just 1 right, it's still not bad. Because this was a little on the heavier side. This set was a little on the heavier side, which is okay. Yeah? Perfect, perfect, perfect. Superb, yeah, superb. So with this, I think we are done with this session for the day. And I hope you understand the importance of tick and cross. Whenever you feel that your back is against the wall, that with distribution, you are not able to understand where what's going, jump off to tick and cross, find creative ways of doing that set. You will have fun doing it. At the same time, you will be able to increase your accuracy. Okay? Done? Amazing. So with this, I will leave you. This is my Telegram group. You can join on this group. I will share the link for the upcoming sessions and I'll also share the notes for the session there. And if you have any questions, queries, you can have a healthy discussion there as well. Okay? Do you have any other questions, folks? Any other questions? All good? I hope you had fun doing the 2 sets. Yes? Nice. So if you had fun doing these 2 sets, let others also who are watching this later know by adding some comments. So when you add some comments about the set or about the session, when new students join in or students who've not watched this live, when they join in, they'll also see that, yeah, something interesting did happen here. And then they might also end up leaving a comment and they'll watch it, which will be, really good. Okay? Done. Sir, just a doubt why there is a big gap between your classes in elite. Okay, so what we have done now, this is off the session, off the track, but I'll still answer this for you here. We have revamped the schedule a little bit so for example, all my pioneer classes will fall on Saturdays. So we planned it that way. And let me tell you when all my elite classes will also fall on so that you can plan your day accordingly. Yeah, give me 1 second. So all my elite classes will fall on Tuesdays, that is tomorrow. All Tuesdays I'll be doing elite classes, all Saturdays I'll be doing core and pioneer classes. Okay, I hope that helps you, Rahul. 5 sets is beautiful. Yes, Varsha, 5 sets is good to go. You have so many days left. You can definitely make it big, but make sure that the 5 sets that you're practicing are of good quality also. If they are all LOD1 kind of sets, like the first one that we did, or even easier than the first one, then it doesn't add any value. If they are of this type, 5 sets of this type is amazing. That's beautiful. Okay. Cheers, 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 everybody. Done? Okay. Thanks. Saturday nights with Surana sir. Yes. That's for the core and pioneer guys. For you guys, I don't mind, taking it on Saturdays or Mondays or even Sundays for that matter. Have a good mix of moderate, easy, doable, confusing, irritating, annoying, all kind of sets. Do a good mix of it so that you have a little bit taste of everything. Okay. All righty then. Are we done? Do you have any other questions, any other queries, folks? Good to go. All right, so I will leave you here. For people who did not understand either of the sets, please make sure that you rewatch this. Okay. All right. Cheers, cheers, everybody. Tata. Bye, bye, everybody. All the best.